What
Sideways France
is Risk Takers? Welcome to the Kill Beat Strategy. I am Pete. I'm a top player in Risk Global Domination. I have a daily release on YouTube. I do weekday streams on Twitch, and I am blessed with my friend, fellow Risk content creator, and top player in his own right, Kelton. And that Sideways France shit cracks me up every time.
You're going into the intro right there. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Okay, so Polish Poland turns out he did not want to play. And we are here today to share with you some very exciting news.
We are.
So, in my infinite wisdom, I have been convinced to put together what hopefully will be one of the most fun, one of the most fair, one of the biggest, and one of the most exciting Risk tournaments the world has ever seen. The inaugural Kill Pete Open tournament, folks, and we would love it if you would join the competition and spend some time with us trying to get those butts in seats. Going to do a promo video. Kyle, why don't you tell the people what we have in store for them?
Sure. So we are taking what has worked from all the other Risk tournaments, because there's many of them, and we're trying to filter out some of the things we think don't work, and we're going to try to put it all together into this one tournament and bring you the absolute best of the best system, structure, settings, everything we can to make this tournament as good as possible and as fun and as fair as possible. So everybody at all skill levels can come in, have a great time, and have a real fighting chance to learn the settings and go far, play a long time. You're not going to have one bad game and be out after 1 week. You're going to get to play minimum 6 weeks before you're eliminated. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons to come join this tournament.
So one of my thinkings behind doing a tournament, and one of the reasons why I haven't done it up until now, is there is a lot going on in the Risk community, and I definitely was very motivated to not step on anyone's toes. I'm super grateful for all of my friends who have put in the time, done the hard work to create this awesome competitive scene that we all enjoy, and I'm very interested that whatever it is that I have to offer is an offer and is an addition and isn't seen as something that subtracts from anyone else, but rather hopefully increases the ceiling and the potential for what an excellent Risk competition can be and should look like. So what are we doing about that? What are we doing with this tournament that can hopefully make that so?
Well, okay, you led me off there.
Did I? Why don't you go at your own pace, sir?
Sure. So the first priority we have with the tournament, of course, like a lot of people go into some of these other tournaments and there's some settings that are a little bit off-putting. Obviously, some capital settings. We're not going to have capitals in this tournament. You're not going to have to look at a 6-hour game and be like, I don't have time to play that. Most of the games are going to take between 30 minutes and an hour. That's kind of what we want. We want you to have time to play. We want you to experience the game. We want you to play many different settings, but we don't want you to be stuck for, I don't have 6 hours. I can't play. We want this to be open and accessible to everybody, no matter how busy your life is. So if you don't have that much time, you can still play. You enter the tournament, you set your available hours each week. You will get to play during those hours that you are available. If your availability changes or your schedule at work changes and you have to adjust it for the following week, we will update your times. So you're always going to be scheduled to play a game when you are available. Now, the only exception to that is if you make it to the final 6 or the final 12 at the end of the 12 weeks, you might have to have a little bit more leniency, but I'm sure you could find it if you make it that deep.
It's not looking good for me in this game.
You just kill everybody. It's not that bad.
I'll try my best. I will try.
This is fixed. It's fixed whatever day it is today. That's the
we are playing. It's fixed Monday. We're playing Classic Fix because one of the things that we don't necessarily see all that represented in the tournament scene is one of the most, if not the most popular game mode, is Classic Fixed. So we had the idea to start off our tournament on that foot, just to have some familiarity, something to anchor you to your roots in the game of Risk, and I know a lot of people like playing this mode, and maybe you want to play it in a slightly more competitive context.
Also, which we haven't mentioned yet, Pete is putting up $1,500 of his own money for a prize pool. First place at the end of the tournament is going to take home 800 of that on their own. Every other finalist will take home $100. And we have four $50 prizes spread out through a few awards you can earn just from playing.
Yeah.
You don't even have to make it to the finals.
Grand prize is $800 USD. And in keeping with kind of my philosophy on free for all, I think the idea of there being a first, second, third winner is kind of vestigial to a lot of other sports. And I don't think that it necessarily applies all that well to free for all. So what I'm doing instead is I'm thinking of it in terms of a tier, right? So if you are a finalist, if you make it to the finals, then you've reached that certain threshold. So each finalist gets an equal payout. Whereas obviously you gotta have some kind of grand prize for the winner. So I think $800 is a pretty generous amount to walk home with, and I'm super curious to see how it shakes out and who actually gets to take that title.
Yeah, I can't wait to win. I mean, I can't wait to see who wins the tournament.
You know what? Good on you, sir. If it is meant to be, I'd be very proud for you to take my money.
Yeah, I'd be happy to see just about anybody win the tournament. Honestly, I just want to see it. I want to see it run well. I want to see a lot of you sign up. I want to see a lot of people coming in that haven't necessarily played in the Discords or met other people or played. Have a chance to like make some friends. Like theoretically, you're going to come in, you're going to be in the Discord, you're going to see people posting game lobbies, practice for each round going forward. So even if you don't think your skill level's up to par, you're going to get plenty of opportunity to play with some grandmasters and some other folks. Play some games, discuss strategy. You're going to learn before you play your games. You're going to have plenty of chance to play all sorts of settings. As we said, nobody's getting eliminated before round 6. You get to play 6 weeks, 6 different types of settings. If you have a bad round or two, you're always going to have a chance to catch back up if you have a good run. One of those awards I was talking about, $50 for the most surprising competitor. So if you go and you have a terrible round 1, terrible round 2, and all of a sudden you make a crazy comeback to reach the later stages of the tournament, that's kind of a storyline we're going to be watching for and voting on when we decide who's the most surprising competitor.
I can't believe I'm going to bitch out and let Magenta take my North America. I have to.
Back down?
I have to. I have to, though. He's going to kill me.
Of course he's going to kill you. And then you can try to go for Europe, maybe.
Well, that's what because there's the bots in there. We got the pseudo blizzard. I'm sorry I have to attack your territory. Come on, figure it out, bro. Let me out. We good? We good?
Yeah, he's rolling an 18 on 14.
He better not. Okay, he gives me the thumbs up. He gets it. Okay, lovely. Okay. All right. Success. Communication has been successful. So yeah, I've noticed that a lot of our free for all tournament, our free for all tournaments historically can be very volatile. You have across the board, you have people winning because they get lucky. You have people winning because they're great. You have people losing because they get unlucky and someone else is great. So one of the things I was trying to mitigate some of that volatility with was just a longer season. We're doing a 12-week season. And yeah, for the first 6 weeks, everyone gets a chance to play 6 full rounds. So hopefully you feel invested in the process. Hopefully you feel rewarded by it. Hopefully you feel one of my biggest sort of goals with this is that everyone has fun. As many players have as much fun as possible, right? I really want to show you guys how fun this game that I love is. And I think I speak with my actions in that regard. Like I've very much put out a show every day. I've worked really hard to try and build this community. Same with Kyle. Same with everything you do, right? And yep. we're passionate lovers of the game of Risk, and lovers of this community, which I think is so awesome. So in a way, I'm trying to give back a little bit, and build my own thing that we hope will be successful. But you never know, right?
Someone's gonna clip that. We're passionate lovers, and they're not gonna go any further into that sentence.
Why do you always have to make it gay, man?
As soon as you said it, I'm like, no, somebody's going to have... That comment is already written before I even said that. I promise you.
You can't even talk about loving a game without it going into some sort of twisted pathway in your head. Sorry. You take the France, you turn it sideways, and you shove it up your candy.
Yeah, so actually, I wanted to talk a little bit about our strategy and our approach to the settings, right?
Please.
As Pete said, we want everybody to have fun, but also it's very important to feel like you get a fair shake. You get a fair chance to play the tournament, to leave your mark on it, to express yourself through your gameplay, right? You don't want to load into a game, have a bad spawn, somebody kills you, like, well, my tournament's over. That's not fun. That's not enjoyable, and that's not going to bring you back. That's not sharing the love of Risk and what it has with you. That's just shit, in my opinion. So a lot of our approach here is we're going to take the first few weeks of settings. We're going to make them stuff that you're used to, more common settings. We're going to start off with Classic Fixed, and we're going to introduce you to what you already know, get familiar with the Discord, meet some people, play some practice games, and then the settings are going to progressively change, get a little bit more complex, a little bit more complicated, have a little bit more skill expression involved in them. But by that point, you're going to be more comfortable and more involved, and you're going to be a better player by the time those come. So another thing, like, we're looking at each setting individually. There's a lot of things to look for when you're doing the settings. You don't want spawn luck to be too much of a factor. You don't want the stalemates. You don't want a stalemate to happen. So we're going to try to mitigate where obviously some spawn luck is going to be involved, but some maps like, say, Spaceport Sugma. I know you love that map, but spawn luck in that map is incredible. Somebody gets a bonus on turn 1, and you have no chance at a bonus for 4 turns.
No, you're dead.
By turn 4, you're
it's
dead.
hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to play a 6-player game on Sigma where everyone has a viable game.
Yeah,
so,
and
I mean, the part of what I loved about it competitively was, or rather for ranked, was just my ability to crawl back, at least when that map was new. I can't take this now. I'll never be able to hit that 10, right?
Is it neutral AI? You did neutral, didn't you?
Yeah. I always do neutral for fixed because the scumbag bought it, but then you end up with these pseudo blizzard shit. I don't know, man.
I think you could take it after the next trade. You lose 6 on a 12. You
do it on
the
trade. Okay, I'll try it. I don't love it. I'll try it.
I don't. My new solution for classic fixes, I take neutral off.
Yeah.
And I do automated, but I make it like easier medium. So the bot does move around and do stuff, and you can still manipulate it, but it's not strong.
Okay, I'll try that too.
And then it lets my classic fix games feel a little bit more fun, and because I got sick of the neutral at some point. When now you're in this situation where, like,
well, it's a shitty situation. Like, neutral bot is great for literally every other point other than the open.
Yep.
Yeah,
100%.
And this is just awful because now
somebody didn't ready pseudo blizzards.
Yeah,
right. I'm with you.
That's not what I wanted.
So yes. I was going to talk a little bit more about the settings.
Please
approach, because I know people are hesitant. They're always hesitant because sometimes they get these settings and they don't have the time, right? So we're going to be. It's important to me, especially, to go into any settings and look at how can I break these? How can these settings turn to absolute crap? And if I can find a way to do it, I'm going to try to mitigate it by changing something slightly or adjusting, or maybe even throwing the settings out. The idea is that settings won't break, that every game is going to feel like a game of Risk. You're playing Risk. You're not playing to take a card and pass. You're not loading into a game and dying on turn 2. It's very important that you're going to load into a game with unique, interesting settings, and then you're going to get a chance to play the game of Risk, right? And I want that to happen for everybody on every week. Of course, you're going to have the occasional terrible spawn. You're probably going to have the occasional great spawn over the first 6 or 8 weeks before we hit the second section of the tournament. You're probably going to experience a bit of both, but mainly we're going to be mitigating as much as we can, so the spawn luck isn't that big of a play. We're going to be playing so stalemates aren't going to happen. There's going to be a lot of incentives for the games to progress, so you're not going to have 6-hour games unless your very first game with Classic Fix, nobody swings. That might be the only exception.
Oh, people are going to swing, though.
Yeah.
Classic Fix, dude. Classic Fix run 1. That's right. So we got bounty points. There is some incentive for action. I'm super motivated to avoid any sort of long stalemate. Got that lucky set, so let's see if we get the dice you're talking about.
Perfect slider. Let's go.
Why do you make me do this, Kyle? I blame you.
I didn't make you do this. Wait, what are you gonna? You did the neutral. You did this to yourself.
Oh, it's my fault.
God, those dice. Yes,
it's my fault. I see. Okay.
Now, give purple a thumbs up, and you're good.
No. Purple's going for green, right? That's a better kill.
Oh, I just meant give him a thumbs up, and he'll know you're.
I'm not thumbs up at anybody. I'm backing off like a little bitch and turtling in the center of Europe because
Fair.
otherwise I'm dead. If these guys let me come back from this, though, I'll be okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail the conversation. The bounty points do incentivize action. It's
I can
nice.
talk a bit about the structure if you want.
Yeah, please. I'm actually going to go get another cup of coffee, so go right ahead.
Sure. So the structure of the tournament, it is 12 weeks. The very first 8 weeks are going to operate like the official free-for-all tournament. There's going to be placement points, so 2 points for sixth, all the way, and 2 points for each placement, all the way up to 12 points for first. There's going to be bounty points, so the first kill you get and the second kill you get are worth 3 points. The next kill would be 2 points, and then the final kills would be 1 additional point. So a perfect game would be, I believe, 22 points. And so you're going to have 8 rounds of that. After the first 6 rounds, sorry, bear with me. After the first 5 rounds, the top 3 in points are going to automatically advance to round 9. Yep. So yeah, and the top 3, so we play 5 rounds. Top 3 in points are going to auto advance to round 9. They don't even play round 6, 7, or 8. And those players are also awarded the first 3 to qualify award, which is $50 per person. So it gives you a lot of incentive if you have a great opening to the tournament to just keep pounding away and do as best as you can. And then after the 6th week, we're gonna take 10 more of the top points, move them to auto qualify. Tops at the end of round 7, we're gonna take 10 more, auto qualify, and at the end of round 8, the remaining 25 top players are gonna be in the qualifiers. So round 9 to round 12 is gonna operate completely different. It's gonna be 48 players making it there. The next 48 players and the points will be on the waiting list. So you are going to want to play for a spot on the waiting list. If you don't make the top 48, gives everybody something to play for. Because if you're on the waiting list and somebody no-shows in one of their games, you can slot in and then you can get a chance to win that prize still, even if you didn't make the top 48. So first 8 games, kind of similar to the free-for-all with bounty points, placements, etc. And then as soon as round 9 hits, it's going to switch. You're going to start playing 6-player games in a lobby. Winner advances, and the remaining 5 will play 5-player game. Winner advances. Remaining 4 will play a 4-player game with the winner advancing. So it'll operate like the Grandmaster tournament, but we're not going to have voice chat in it. So we're going to put a lot of effort into making sure we get the right settings for that as well. And then at some point, the 48 players, we're going to eliminate half from the field each week, down to 24 to 12 to the final 6. Once we make it to the final 6 players, we're going to have one epic settings, one game, winner take all, $800, and all the losers there will take the $100 finalist prize home. So we're kind of taking the best from the free
you're calling your tournament finalists losers is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, the losers of that game, right?
Of that one game of Risk, yes.
Yeah, we take the best from the free for all system, and then we take the best from the Grandmaster system. We're gonna take the voice chat out. We want everybody to feel welcomed, confident, and enjoy this tournament. I know there's some of us feel voice chat's great, and the other aspects of voice chat is not so great. So
I can touch on that. So
yeah, go ahead.
I love voice chat in Risk. I think the roots of the game, sitting at the table with your buddies, talking smack, trying to verbally manipulate your opponents to give you what you want, such that you can hopefully give them what they want, is kind of the epitome of free-for-all game theory, not just in Risk, but in general. So imagine my surprise/disappointment to discover that these games are extremely poorly received on my channel. So much so that I don't really put them on the Kill Pete strategy anymore. I put all of my unedited voice chat competitions on the second channel. Why? Well, I started thinking about it, and it occurs to me that likely the vast majority of people playing this game are now playing it from the app for the first time, not as a board game, not IRL, not looking at your opponents square in the face. And while this is the way it is, and this is the future of gaming, there is some loss there, and I haven't yet been able to package it and show you guys why voice chat is both, in my opinion, more fun and more strategically interesting. And until I do, I'm not going to stick my neck out and, put all of this effort together to run a massive tournament if I'm not also able to make compelling video on the subject. Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but I would love it if I was able to show how and why the VC element does add strategic complexity and fun. So don't you worry, folks. I'm not going to stop doing it because it's what keeps me interested, and also when I do figure it out, it will be very satisfying. So green dies. Green does not yet.
No.
Is he splitting?
But you did get to hold Europe.
Dude, I can't believe I'm not dead. Oh, he's going to kill him. Okay, he is going to kill him. All right.
But also, you're going to be playing the Grandmaster tournament that's coming up. That has voice chat.
Without
You're going to be probably posting that to Free Pete. So shout out to Pete's second channel. And if you want to watch voice chat, as he was just talking about, that's the place to be.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop doing it. I think part of what I'm doing in the game is there's the I'm making a show component, but there's also the I'm a competitor. And I'm very interested to play my best game when, yeah, I know, Luxac McGee over here. At least I'm not. I'm back now. I'm back, but now I have this shitty.
Never seen trades like that.
Shitty guard, yeah, because you get dudes. That's why you're all dudes all the time. Pink wanted me to hit purple, I think, but I can't. I can't start trouble.
So go on with your thought.
I think we reached the end of the thought. Of the thought. I have a lot of irons in the fire in this game, but you guys can imagine that making a show every day now, more accurately, making 2 shows every day, would get extremely stale if I wasn't pushing my own growth and learning and trying to have the most fun games for me. And it seems like at some point there was a disconnect between what the most fun game for me is versus what the most fun game for the audience at large to watch. So I try to keep both of those forces in mind and make a show for you and also make a show for me, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So have we explained the why of the tournament? Why are we doing this?
Well, I guess that one's for you.
Okay. So I'm like, as a philosophically minded person, I'm sure you guys are familiar with my show, and I'm sure you guys have heard me say I believe in the destiny of this game. I believe Risk is on a trajectory that is inevitable, and it will reach its ultimate conclusion in what I hope to see it being considered one of the premier strategy games. And one of the ways we get there as a community is we show people why it's fun. We show people why it's strategically complex and interesting. We teach people how to play. And we hopefully create, if not the most fun, the most competitive competition the game has yet seen, one of, right? We hope that this tournament, the Kilpete Open Tournament, will be considered up there as something that you guys are looking forward to playing, you guys are excited about. I got a question for you, Kyle. I'm a newer player. I just got into the game. Well, I'm feeling a little bit intimidated by this competition. Why should I sign up?
Good question. No, I don't have an answer.
Try your best.
No, of course. Risk is an incredibly good game. If you enjoy watching it, you probably enjoy playing it. There's a lot of diversity in the game. A lot of diversity of different settings, different unique strategies. Can't even touch on them all, really. The community is incredibly welcoming and friendly.
Yeah, surprisingly
wants to
so.
help to get better.
Even this guy, right? He despite that gruff exterior, Kyle's actually a really nice guy, and a good friend of mine who I cherish.
I cherish you too. As I was speaking to,
yes,
people that come in, like maybe you're not super familiar with the Discord aspect. You come in, you ask questions, you'll figure it out relatively quickly. We're all here to help. There's a ton of people in the Discord ready to help you. You're a little intimidated by some of the settings. The first few weeks are going to be settings you're more comfortable with, more easy. We're going to ease you into the tournament, ease you into the Discord, the settings, the schedule of the tournament, how it all works. If you're super busy, you're only going to be playing on times you're available. There's going to be a lot of people in the Discord that if you're like, hey, does anybody want to play a practice game? Boom, you're going to have 15 people ready to play at almost any point during the day, ready to play a practice game with you, talk through the game with you. You're going to learn strategies. You're going to get to play with grandmasters. You're going to get a chance to learn from them. You're going to increase your skill level drastically as you go throughout the tournament. So if you're brand new walking into the tournament, like, I don't know what's going on, play a fun game of Classic Fixed. If it goes bad, who cares? You can play 5 more weeks, meet a bunch of people, play a bunch of practice games, have a ton of fun, and you're probably going to increase your skill level quite drastically over that next 5 or 6 weeks. And maybe you're not even eliminated after week 6 or 7. Maybe you actually make it a lot further than you think you can. There's a lot of people that have come in out of nowhere and they've won the tournament, or even many others at making the finals on their first tournament out of nowhere. People we've never heard of. You could be the next one. A noob on a mobile is a great example of that. He came out of nowhere. He watched a Pete video that blew up last summer. He came in, he won the classic tournament out of nowhere. You could be the next noob on a mobile. You that $800.
I feel like that's bad branding. He needs to change his name.
Yeah, well, he's not a noob anymore.
No, he's
an animal.
And he's no
Plus,
noob.
he showed you up. Pete went into his stream and told him to do push-ups, and Noob on a Mobile did clap push-ups, and Pete doesn't do that on his redeems. So, showed you up.
That's fine.
Anyways.
I'm glad I'm happy for him. I'm glad he's in good shape. All right, let's see how Purple gets out of this one. There's really only one response. You slam that 50 stack. You also want to break me so I can, you also want to break me. So no, that's correct, right? So that I can also get involved.
No, well,
in this.
Going to the 10. Well, I didn't want to trap it.
I like that move. I like that move, right? You open me so that I can deal with this guy as well.
Well, you would open. You were open.
But he doesn't actually hit any.
He didn't have to go through your 10. He could have.
Yeah, he doesn't actually hit any stacks though. So he wants me to do his dirty work. I'm now the loser in this equation.
Yeah, you took the most damage out of that.
And then he locks himself. Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do, Kyle?
I have a theory.
Do you?
Leroy! No, I don't. Okay, you're going to take North America.
I'm going to take North America and back off.
That's my boy.
What do you think? You like that?
I love that play.
Thanks, man.
Get out of the middle of the board.
Get out of the middle of the board, and I'm going to force Magenta to deal with the war that they started.
Yes, get that 50 the hell out of there.
No. If he wants to suicide, he can suicide. I don't think he will. I don't think he will. He's got.
I haven't been paying attention, so maybe he's smart enough not to do that.
We'll see, right? Like, I think that was an okay play because now the positioning is different. Oh shit! Our alliance is over. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Oh no!
That 41 looks real juicy to a 50 stack when somebody's angry at you.
He started. I didn't start shit. I was just chilling in my Tortuga. That's Spanish for turtle. Sideways France. You're a ridiculous human being.
I honest to God was trying to figure out the flag, and you're so screwed.
You think? He just kills me. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Because Purple broke him, but he wanted to retake, and then you stole what was broken.
Yeah, well, noob's gonna noob, right?
It is true.
Mm-hmm.
The psychology of the pink player is North America, South America are mine. All right, now time for that epic comeback, though. You have 5 cards. If Purple doesn't kill you.
There's no way for me to come back from here. Where would you go?
You single stack, they fight. It's not over.
Single stack. I don't know. He's killing me. He's definitely killing me. And he's going to do it badly. He's going to have... Oh, no, he's doing good. He has just enough troops to do it. Good for these guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he is killing you. Okay.
Yeah,
yep.
Good job.
Takes the 5 cards, gets the trade. He's still in a great spot.
Oh,
yeah,
well.
Good for him.
Watch him get a bad roll. Bad roll. Ah, no, good roll. Too bad for me. So, yeah.
So, what we're saying is
you think
everybody on the fence between the tournament. That's what we're saying.
You think putting that stack there was just asking you to hit, eh?
Yeah, because if you're Pink's position, Purple broke you, you're mad at him, but then all of a sudden Blue's like, oh, great opportunity, and he stole everything from me, right? Like, if I would,
yeah, but I didn't, because I didn't start it, and I let him have North America, which I shouldn't have done, because this happened, right? Because he decides to greed out on the North America, South America when
obviously
didn't
signal an alliance chat.
No, he signaled. He did fine. He did fine with that.
No, I mean you didn't at the end. You just
I-
kind of like you
No,
saw
fuck
an
that.
opportunity, you stole its bonus.
Of course. Why do I need to give these guys extra information? I'm just bummed that the red player bought it, so I actually got 4th this game, if you can believe it.
True.
Okay, folks. So to put a pin in the conversation, welcome to the inaugural Kill Pete Invitational Tournament. I am proud to present what I hope to be the biggest, best, and most fun, most competitive Risk tournament the world has ever seen. We would love to have you. We would love to compete with you. I got the big, juicy ginger brain of my good friend Kyle here, working hard to create some of the most interesting, complex, but also fun, accessible settings where we don't want games to stalemate. We don't want games to be hard for the sake of being hard. Right, my North Star here is a fair competition, is a fun competition. I want you to have a good time, and I want you to have a chance to win the $800 grand prize. We have over $1,500 of prize money to be won. Come take my money, folks. I love you. I appreciate you. This is a big part of why I'm doing this. I just want to show you guys how grateful I am to have had my work be so well received, that the man who took me out in this game is literally using my cat as dice. That is nothing short of an honor, and I'm sure you guys could appreciate that. So, final thoughts?
The only thing I'd say is that I've seen so many messages of people being like, I'm on the fence. I don't know if I have enough time. I don't know if I'm skilled enough. I think we've touched on that. You should join regardless of those things. Other than that, I don't really have much to add. Once again, if you're on the fence, try it, dip your toe in. Worst that happens is you withdraw at some point because you don't have time or you don't want to.
Yeah,
right?
and please do just show the little bit of consideration to your opponents if you aren't able to play. Dropping is so much better than no showing, because having people sitting waiting for you in a lobby is he came back.
Oh, the scumbag
this scumbag came back. Unbelievable.
Oh,
it's cheating, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Scumbag bought out. Lol. Okay, folks. There was one more thing. Yes. So if you would like to sign up, come on down to the Kill Pete Strategy Discord. I'm going to include the sign up link and the Discord link in the show notes in this YouTube video. Can we promote anything that you are also? I'm going to also make sure if you're not following Kyle has his YouTube channel. He has his Twitch. We will obviously link to that as well. I wouldn't be able to do this without you, Kyle, so thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, buddy, I appreciate you. Okay, folks, thank you for watching. Disappointing 4th place, but it is what it is. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you found some of it fun and entertaining, maybe even a little bit educational and informative. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Come along the ride with me. I have a daily release on YouTube. I do weekday streams on Twitch. And for all of you on the path to world domination, good games, good luck, and we'll see you in the Kill Pete Open. Have a good day.
People will want to see the resolution.
Red was a master. This scumbag was OMG, folks. I had a Hawkeye. Hey, ho, 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 ho. Ladies and gentlemen.